morning everyone from the other side of the lake. So last time we were over that side, I thought I'd bring her over to this side and see the lake from a different point of view, and just in running with the theme of story time, because when I was filming for Instagram and TikTok I wasn't really doing any landscape filming or anything, so it's not really ideal for going back over a lot of my old footage to upload onto YouTube. So I decided to do a bit of a segment and rate some of my top 5 overnight hikes. This is the joy of filming in nature. You get to have the ambience of the wildlife here on the lake, and the paradise ducks are very territorial of their area, so the Frenchies are running around here somewhere, and I think the ducks are getting a little bit possessive over the fact that they're around. So here they are here. Hey buddy. Hey Winnie. So starting off with number 5 would be the Kelly Saddle Tarns. We didn't make it right to the Tarns, we actually made it right to the tops, and then it drops back down into the Tarns. And by the time we got to the top, we went with friends of ours, and it was actually quite a hardcore climb at the start. Just to get to the Kelly Saddle hut, that was a really steep 4-hour climb, and then you've got to keep going up to the top, and there was quite a few false peaks. So it was getting around about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock with the boys, and they were over it. So we ended up pitching pretty much right on the track. Amazing views, and probably one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen to date. Yeah, tented, it was nice and warm, and when we woke up in the morning it was quite a misty sort of day, and we knew that the weather forecast was going to turn in, so we needed to get off the mountain as quickly as possible because it was forecast to snow that afternoon. But yeah, so that's my number 5. So number 4 would definitely be the Temple Basin Tarns. We hiked up there, I think it took us just under 7 hours to get to the Tarns, and the whole entire climb was just beautiful because you have 360 views basically the whole entire climb from start to finish. And my friend Meals, we went with her, and this is probably one of her favourite hikes, and I completely understand why, because you're just treated to the most stunning views the whole entire way. And when we got up to the Tarns, it was we weren't really sure if we were going to get any snow, but there was snow up there, so that was quite a cool surprise. It just added to the cold overnight, but other than that, it was a really warm day. And there was only one technical part that sort of made me a little bit nervous, and it was between the 2 shelters. It was quite steep, and to be fair, I panic quite a lot when it comes to the kids. I know they can do hard things, but the helicopter mum and me came out quite a bit in that section, and it was quite stressful for me, and I ended up stressing the kids out because I was stressing about them. But yeah, that would definitely be my number 4, because again, the sunset was just incredible, the views were amazing, and to be fair, I had awesome company as well. And now the sandflies are starting to come out. That's great. The joys of living at the lake. So number 3 would be Lake Daniel's Hut. We did this quite a few years ago, and it's such a cool hut, and it's actually a really cool walk. You're basically walking through the bush the entire way, and you can it's sort of weaving through a whole mossy field sort of feel to it, and there was actually a bridge that was like the halfway bridge, and I think it was called Troll Bridge, and which was kind of fitting because the whole entire time we kept joking like this would be the place where trolls would live and hide. But the kids absolutely loved it, and the hut was amazing. It was probably one of the first time I've actually stayed in a really flash hut, to be fair. Like, we've stayed in a lot of the backcountry, like the old style huts, whereas this one was fully renovated and just amazing. And then there was a big group of ladies that showed up for a birthday, and so they had a great time, and I've actually shared the YouTube of that one there. But that would definitely be number 3. Even though it was raining on our walk out, just the whole entire experience was just beautiful, and the boys had their umbrellas, we had all the right wet weather gear, and so everything just went really smoothly for that hike. And like I said, and staying there for the night it was so warm, so cozy, because it's such a new hut. Yeah, definitely makes my top 3. Number 2 on my list would be the Welcome Flats. This is quite a popular one. It's further down on the west coast, down by Fox, and it was actually my first solo hike by myself without the kids, and the walk was amazing. It was quite flat. It was, you know, not as steep as what I'm used to, which was quite nice because it is quite long. It's 18 k's, and I've actually shared the video of that hike in my YouTube back in the day, so you can go and have a look at that. But I absolutely just loved the whole vibe of that walk, and just knowing you know, you've got the hot pools right at the end, the natural hot springs to soak in, which is just, oh, amazing. And I made use of that. I recommend doing it over the space of two days. Go into the hut and actually spend the night there, and then have a day rest before you go back out the next day. Just because it is a long walk, like that's a lot to do in a day. And you want to be able to enjoy it instead of having to get up first thing in the morning and quickly rush off. Man, these paradise ducks are so loud. So, number one, my 100% favourite overnight hike, and it's going to shock, it even shocks me, but when I was actually really breaking it all down and trying to think about, you know, what was my favourite, it's 100% Cedar Flats Heart. So I've done this one twice, and I want to go back and do it again. It is hard. This one is really, really hard. This is one of the hikes that I did quite a few years ago with Shoshana, and again I've shown, there's another YouTube about that one. But minus how technical and hard that was, it's probably one of the most rewarding as well. You know, you've got so much to navigate. You've got fallen trees, you've got slips, you've got heaps of boggy stuff, you've got river, you know, rock hopping on the side of the river, quite a few creek crossings and stuff. And to me, like, that was just, it's an experience in itself, and pushing yourself to that level, and just knowing like the kids even push themselves to that level. And then again, you get treated to hot springs right at the end of that walk, not far from the hut, and so that makes it my top overnight hike. And I also did this one years ago. It was probably my second hike with one of my girlfriends. We didn't stay in the hut though. We ended up pitching our tent down on the riverbed, and just that whole vibe itself as well was just amazing. Like, I just remember feeling so incredibly proud of the fact that we did something so hard, and that we really enjoyed ourselves. You just exhaust the euphoric feeling when you come out from those hikes, especially that one. Like, it's just unforgettable, and that's why I've picked that for my number one. So yeah, I hope you all have a good day. I hope you enjoyed my yarn, and I hope you enjoyed the walk with me with the Frenchies. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.